You're probably wondering, why is there an RC plane on the table, and what are these other things, and where is Matt at, and what's going on with the toaster boards, where's the PC? I'm gonna explain all of that. Calm down, keep watching, but first, a word from today's sponsor.
What's better than one 4K camera? Two. And today's video sponsor, eMeet, and their C60E dual camera 4K webcam is the perfect webcam solution out there with a lot of unique and really useful features that you should be considering. eMeet's webcams are among the best sellers on Amazon. Second to Logitech, eMeet has the largest market share of all the webcams out there. eMeet's C60E webcam has two lenses. This ultra-wide and telephoto camera lens solution allows for high quality recording levels at every focal length, whether you're zoomed out for wide angle shots or zoomed in for the extra details. One of my favorite features included in this webcam bundle is this awesome remote with tons of built-in features for on-the-go adjustments. With this camera and remote, you can change the zoom from 1x all the way to 11x. Even fully zoomed in, the autofocus on this webcam is also still really sharp and really good. Along with on-the-go zoom, you can also adjust brightness, contrast, and you can also select between 4 picture modes. You can really change things up. And of course, no piece of tech is perfect without that bit of RGB lighting. All these features can be adjusted with the remote, or you can use their eMeet Studio software. To learn more about the eMeet C60E, check out the links in the description down below. Big thanks to eMeet for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it.
So I promised you guys I would explain everything, and here we go. So this right here is an RC plane that I recently bought, and I decided to take up another new hobby that is probably gonna take a lot of time and money. I bought this locally. This is the Hobby Zone Apprentice STOL 700mm, and I got the SmartFly combo that actually comes with a Spectrum controller, which is one of the most popular RC controller brands for flying airplanes. So this little RC plane was about 220 bucks with the controller that I gotta say, pretty nice controller. And the reason I'm doing this whole entire video is it came with a free demo version of an RC flying simulator that's on Steam. And at first, I just thought, man, a demo, instructions, I'm a guy, I don't do any of those things. But then I thought, $200 investment, I don't wanna break this thing right away. Let's give it a try. I'm probably gonna have to use like an Xbox controller, a mouse and keyboard. This isn't even gonna be realistic. I loaded up the demo version of this game, plugged in my controller for the plane, and it worked perfectly. It was awesome. And then I knew how to actually fly this plane, and I didn't crash it the first time I flew it. So it got me thinking. I want to show you guys what PC you should buy to actually run a flying simulator if you don't already have something, and what should you actually buy if you want to take it to, let's just say, the next step and really fly some planes. Now, would this be a Toasty Bros video without a PC involved in it? No, it really wouldn't. So what we have right here from Pricedin on eBay. Where did Jackson go? This is an HP all-in-one, but it's a 27-inch HP all-in-one that has newer Ryzen CPU, APU graphics in it. And I'm really excited because if you guys remember, the last time Matt was out of town, and by the way, he's just out of town, he's all good. He's watching some football, I believe, some type of sport. We got a all-in-one that was like a 24-inch. I felt like I paid too much for it, and it was Ryzen 5000 series. And this is 2025 going into 2026. All right, let's unbox this giant box here. And I think it's so big because you gotta remember, this is an all-in-one. So what an all-in-one is it's everything you need to basically get up and start doing some office work, or heck, even some light gaming. And it's a touchscreen, which is also a cool added feature. It's from HP, so it has speakers, it has a webcam, it has a screen built in, and a full PC inside of it. And I think I'm gonna put it on the floor because I feel like this is gonna end badly trying to unbox this solo. All right, so we got a power brick. This is 90 watts. That's actually very power efficient. Oh, and the best part with most all-in-ones, you actually get a mouse and keyboard, and it's wireless. I didn't even know that. It's a wireless HP keyboard. Pretty sick. The wireless mouse that kind of looks like an egg. Okay, we gotta do a little bit of putting together. That's the stand right there. Pretty heavy metal stand. Heavy metal. Heck yeah. All right, and here's our hopefully in one piece all-in-one. So I paid $341 after tax and shipping for this all-in-one. I think that might honestly be cheaper than the 5000 series one that I bought a while ago. And the best part about it is that it is ready to go. It actually has Windows 11 already installed, I think. I don't know, I might have just made that up because now I'm second guessing myself. I'm pretty sure it does. It does come with a 1 terabyte SSD. Now I did buy this like a couple weeks ago, so honestly, I doubt you're gonna find one for this good of a price now. And this one is, they just called it used. You know, a little bit on the heavier side because it does have a PC inside of it, and it's touchscreen. It's got a pop-up camera, it's got speakers built in, and it's a 27. It's actually a really good size. Oh, and the bezel is falling off the front here. Okay, oh, and it's back on. All right, so it is toolless. Just screw that on. It's like a clip. That's it. Wow, that was easy. I forgot I have the that was easy button. You guys ready?
Good.
Oh, wrong button. I gotta say, everything so far is looking very clean. I just realized I don't know where the power part is. I'm gonna need that, hold on. It does take one of those little Mickey Mouse AC power adapters that usually send like laptop bricks and stuff. All right, let's get this thing plugged in, and I do wanna show you guys the port layout, because it's got some decent portage on it. All right, we got an indicator light. Power, oh, right back here in the back. I see an indicator light up front. I will say the screen stands a little wobbly, like pretty wobbly. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but I guess that's okay. I mean, it could be worse. This bezel is still, there it goes. Yeah, I feel like a chiropractor. I'm just gonna break the screen in half. So far, so good. I didn't see any artifacting, but yeah, the whole backlit technology is working fine, is a weird way of putting it. I don't know if these came with batteries or not. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to get some AAAs. Someone's gonna have to call AAA, chat. This one takes an AA, what the heck? AAA batteries and AA batteries? Why are we mixing and matching HP? What are y'all doing? Okay, let's go over the ports real quick. So starting from left to right, we got a USB-C, we have an HDMI out so that you can have a second monitor. We have our Ethernet in, which is likely just gigabit. We have our 12 volt or 18 volt, whatever it is, power adapter. We have two USB 2s, and then we have one USB 3 standard, one USB 3 fast charging or power port, and then a combo headphone jack, and then a strange QR code on the back. All right, we are inside of Windows. We're inside the HP, and I got Task Manager pulled up here. So we do in fact have the Ryzen 7 7730U with Radeon integrated graphics, and it is an 8-core 16 thread. And look, right now we're doing Windows updates, and we're already at over 4.3 gigahertz at times. So I'm pretty hopeful for this CPU or APU. Now we only have 12 gigs of RAM, but the good news is it's dual channel. And interestingly enough, this might be DDR4, which I didn't really think about because it's 7000 series, but it's running at 3200 megahertz unless it's maybe 6400 megahertz, and Windows is only showing us the half speed. We'll try to figure that out at some point. It's very interesting. It looks like we have a Kioxia SSD. It is a 1 terabyte. I don't know if this is, I'm assuming it's an NVMe because it says NV there in the model name. Let's see what our Ethernet is. I don't know. It is gigabit, it looks like, a Realtek gigabit controller. This does have Wi-Fi 6 with 802.11ax, and of course you got Bluetooth along with that, or at least we should. Yeah, we got Bluetooth as well, sick. And then we have our Radeon integrated graphics. Let's see how much dedicated RAM. So we got 512 gigs, half a gig. Sorry, 512 megabytes, not 512 gigs. So half a gig of VRAM, and then we're sharing up to 5.7, which is good, honestly. I mean, we only have 12 to work with. So it seems like a pretty good overall spec range. Now let's just see one last thing. Let's see what version of Windows we have. This is something that's pretty cool for people who don't know how to see it. So we have Windows 11 Home. You can see some other good stuff there. And then let's also check and make sure it's activated, because that's important. Windows 11 Home is active. Let's go. Pretty good, guys. Looking pretty darn good. Now remember, guys, this is a fun Toaster Bros video, but it's also a tutorial for the people who may not know how to do all this. So one of the first things that I'm going to do before I get to the fun, like unboxing and stuff besides the computer, is I'm going to show you guys how to actually get Steam installed and show you some of the basic things that you need in order to run any of these RC flight simulators. So I originally actually did a full benchmark run on this all-in-one so that you guys could see how this PC actually games, but I realized, well, once McAllister started editing the video, the full benchmarks didn't really line up because this video is kind of a tutorial for people to actually figure out how to work this flight simulator. So I'm deciding that Matt and I are actually going to do another video on this all-in-one for the actual Toasty Bros fans who maybe want to see how this thing can actually game. So stay tuned, stay subscribed to Toasty Bros, and pretty soon there will be a full video on this all-in-one that's just about how it games and the upgradability and stuff like that. All right, so step number one that I recommend before you do anything is check for updates. We have a lot of updates, so those are gonna run in the background. And what we can do while we do that is we can go ahead and get Steam downloaded. So if you don't know what Steam is, for PC gaming, Steam is like the #1 game launcher out there. It is awesome. It has over 70,000 games on it. So whether you're older, younger, it doesn't really matter who you are, there is so much good stuff, so much good content on Steam. So you can start off by getting, you know, this RC flight simulator for free, by the way. It's a demo, but you get to keep it. So as you guys can see, we have downloaded the Steam application and it is now updating it. Once these updates are done, which is probably gonna be really slow because of all these Windows updates in the background, we'll be able to open and log into Steam. You may already have a Steam account, even if you don't know it. It's really easy to get in because they can use anything. They can use your PSN account. I think they can use Google. You can just make a, you know, a normal Steam account. There's a lot of different ways to sign in. Okay, so this is actually what Steam looks like. So right now I am inside of the Steam app. You can see I have it open down here, get like a friends list and everything. I have already logged in, which you can see up top. And so whenever you buy really a lot of these RC planes, they're gonna come with this demo, and it'll say on the box in big letters, and what it is called is, I think if we do Real Flight Trainer Edition. So you can see it's normally $40, and it's pretty basic, but it does everything you could possibly need to get started. So what you do is you don't go here and buy it. No, it's free. You're gonna go up top here, you're gonna go to activate a product on Steam, and then you're gonna type in the code that they give you, which will typically come in like a little pamphlet inside of the box. It's a unique code for everyone. And once you activate it, you then go to your library. I have a lot of games, but you can type, and look, Real Flight Trainer Edition trial version. And you know, like I said, it's pretty good. It's tiny too. Look, it's like 14 megabytes. So it doesn't take much to run this. They actually, even for the Pro, the Evolution version, which is right behind the camera there, we'll get to that in a minute, they say you don't even need a graphics card. They just say, you know, something that's DirectX 9 or better. I think they recommend like, you know, 8 gigs of RAM, just a basic like 4-core, 4-thread processor or better. So this should be plenty. I know on my PC at home with my 5080 and 9800X3D, which is so overkill, at the max settings, which this game has almost no settings, I was getting like 1200 FPS. So I imagine on this, we're gonna get at least, you know, 60 to 100 FPS. So let's let this download, and then we'll show you what this is all about with the included controller if you were to buy a RC plane today. All right, so we now have our controller, the SLT6 hooked up here, and just uses USB-C. You will need to use your own cable or go buy one. USB-C to USB-C, USB-C to USB-A. This should all work just fine. It just takes generic Windows drivers like an Xbox controller. So we should be good to go ahead and start flying. So you can still use your controller, and sometimes the joysticks will work in this menu. I guess in this one it's not. And by the way, this is just the trial version. You can buy the full version of this game, which is like the kind of like the in-between one, I guess, because you got like the trial, you have this $40 game that's the full version of this, and you have the Evolution game, which is a whole different game, and there's a lot more you can do in it. There's tons of different planes, tons of different fields, and a crap ton of settings and tutorials. This one does have some basic stuff. So you have 2 airports to choose from. You also can do, what is it, maybe 10 aircrafts, 10 to 15. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can't really change like a whole lot in terms of color schemes. I don't think you can't do a pilot view, so you can't do like an FOV view, which may be really cool to some people. But if we quick fly, you can see here, we're already good to go. You may have to calibrate your controller, by the way. It'll tell you, it'll prompt you when you first launch, saying if you need to, you know, calibrate or not. So right now, I'm flying, and it's a very realistic experience, by the way. The only thing that makes this game somewhat unrealistic is, well, wind and weather conditions. You can add them, by the way. There are settings built in where you can add wind gusts, you can add an overall amount of wind that make it much more realistic. It's just, it may be case by case when you go to fly in real life, because there's always gonna be some wind resistance. Oh my God, the wind is crazy. And it may not be completely true to game, but man, is this really good to learn. It at least teaches you all the controls, it teaches you how to softly land, and ultimately, it teaches you how to actually use that beginner mode. So what's cool about any RC controller from Spectrum that has the smart technology built in, well, along with the plane's, I guess, the more important part, is the smart technology is basically a gyroscope built into the plane. So if you notice, I can't really do barrel rolls, I can't do like flips or anything crazy. Basically, it keeps you very safe. By the way, spacebar is reset. You'll notice though, I'm gonna turn it on an intermediate now. This is gonna turn off all gyroscopes. And you'll notice now, we can do all kinds of crazy maneuvers. I can even crash it really easily. But like, yeah, so we can do like a barrel roll, we can do flips, and we can do all kinds of really crazy, cool maneuvers, but much, much harder to fly, much harder to land. And so you get like an intermediate mode as well. That was actually experience, my bad. This is intermediate. You can still, I guess you can't do full-on flips. Can I do a flip, barrel roll, anything? Okay, you can kind of do a flip in the intermediate mode. but it makes it, still crash. It makes it a lot harder to crash though, which is nice. So long story short is it's really easy to set up your included controller with the plane. It's easy to go onto Steam and get the free version of this game. But now we're gonna go unbox the Interlink DX controller, which is like the nicer version of this controller. It's a little bit more true to the higher end controllers you can buy. It's USB all the time. It's ready to go. It's designed for this. It's literally designed for this. And it comes with the Evolution version of the game, which is a $99 value. And we're gonna be able to do a lot more planes, a lot more stipulations, better graphics. I mean, overall, it's just gonna be a really cool experience. Let's go ahead and go on to unboxing that and then test out the full version. So now it's time to unbox the Real Flight Evolution RC Flight Simulator with Interlink DX controller. $200 from the actual website that produces it, Horizon Hobby, and get a pretty cool little box here. Like I said, I got mine off of eBay from one of the authorized retailers, and it's a very simple setup. It just comes inside of this box, and of course the main two things you're concerned about are the controller and of course the code that's going to be inside of here to activate the full game. So I'm going to go ahead and open this, and of course it's going to also have like instructions and everything. But first things first, I want to make sure that we actually get our code. Here's where they tell you, you know, register your product and everything. Here's where they talk about the actual controller, and here we go. So let me cover up. Let's see, where's the code? Okay, so I'm not going to turn this around, but this is basically almost like your gift card that has the actual code for you to activate it on Steam. Make sure you keep that nice and handy because you don't want to lose that key. And then the controller itself is pretty sick. It actually just is USB-A, it's non-detachable. So this controller is very much meant for RC plane simulation. I don't really think it'd have any other uses, honestly, besides maybe like RC car simulation or something like that. And it has a lot of controls. It has a lot more than my controller does. This one's a little bit more like your higher end controller, just without a screen and everything. And you know, it even has some stuff on the back too. It looks pretty fancy. We actually have one of these guys where you can link up to another controller to help like a new flyer. It even has like a little holder so you can carry it and everything. So I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know down below if it has more uses besides just hooking up to your PC, but the main thing I know is that it uses this USB cable. And what's cool about this controller is it has like a reset button and some other calibration, like select buttons and stuff that you're not gonna normally get on a controller that's actually for an RC plane. So let's go ahead and get this code activated, and then we're gonna go try out the Evolution version. All right, so we are on the Interlink DX USB controller, and we are in the Flight Sim Evolution, not Revolution. We're on a pretty basic, just nice countryside map, and man, we're looking good. So we're actually running highest settings now. I did some updates in this PC, and it's running a lot better now. So even with this APU, you guys would get to see some gaming performance, but we're actually getting some pretty good, oh, there goes that cone. We're getting some pretty good results. We can press that reset button to just hop right back in. We can do something like, let's do some advanced flying. Do some, oh, wrong thing, there we go. Do some flips for you guys. Ooh, and then we crash straight into the ground. You really gotta get used to switching back and forth in those. But yeah, this is definitely loads of fun. Even if, like I said, you're not really into the whole idea of like actually flying these planes, this is pretty fun just to actually play with. And the fact that it just is so accurate, like I said, you can add wind conditions too, by the way, which is really cool. Speakers on this HP are amazing. So overall, guys, I'm super impressed with everything. I'm really liking the whole real flight sim. I'm liking this USB controller that just always works. It's always on. You don't have to worry about any weird battery things or anything. It's pretty slick, and I'm excited to have it at PC Bros for people to be able to test out and everything. All right, so that was a lot to take in for one video, I know, and thanks again to anybody who made it all the way through the video. Once again, these are some really cool devices here, along with the RC plane, of course, but I will have links in the description down below that will be affiliate links. They will help us out if you purchase anything from today's video. But once again, we have these two that go together here. We got our controller that came with our plane from Spectrum, and of course we have the Interlink DX, which is what a lot of this video is about as well. But either way, interchangeable. You can use them with something like this HP here, or just the PC that you may already have. But anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Now, once again, this actually will be up front at PCBros.tech. If you didn't know, we have an in-store person where we have a bunch of free arcade machines. We even have a racing simulator, and now we have a RC plane simulator. And you can also go on our website and buy really cool merch. You can buy PCs that can actually run these simulators at much higher FPS. So make sure you guys check out PCBros.tech today and use code ToasterBros at checkout to save 3%. See you guys later. Peace out. You know what this propeller could do to you? Oh, I'm nervous.
You got this.
Oh, God. Crashing it right away. Oh my God, the wind is crazy.